And who knows what the photo is.
Believe we're here right now.
I can't believe it either. You said, let's record a podcast, and I said, sure. But
I'm in like the
the
depth.
rest is history.
I'm in the depths of my like own making of chaos right now. You know?
I know. And honestly, I feel as though summer already feels like it's getting away from me because I have so much anticipatory anxiety, and we'll get back to that because I was clinically diagnosed today.
I'm like, do you remember the summer? Do you remember the summer of 25? Because I hardly
I'm
do.
like, I don't remember a single summer that I've existed, you
I
know?
feel like I'm having such a like chasing my tail feeling right now of like existential like
But how much can one prepare and still feel like they are fucking chasing I don't even know, the train of the late night train going anywhere? That's what
I
I feel like I'm doing all
I
the time.
literally said to Lauren, I go, we can record an episode impromptu, or I'll just Swiffer this floor again. Like you
Yeah,
decide
because
my fate.
the fact of the matter is, I am currently planning ship for September, but I am late for things this afternoon, you know?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I don't know where I go from here, you know?
I feel the same way. And honestly, like right now I am coming up on exciting things, but my brain definitely has this way of taking things that are good and exciting and like still conceptualizing them in a scary way like, "Oh, why haven't you finished your speech yet? Why haven't you made the
So,
bed for your sister yet?"
I deal with a lot of like object permanence issues. I saw my psychiatrist today, everyone, so
She's using some
you're gonna get secondhand that.
oh, she's here to educate. She's here to
Honestly, second
therapize.
I'm starting an app called Secondhand Help. And it's just
It's
advice
a
that I
thrifted
get.
it's thrifted therapy.
Yeah, it's just advice that I get
It's
regurgitated in a
just
timely
it's
manner.
just a link to our podcast,
Like if
using
I
incorrect terminology.
I was gonna say if I don't record it the same day I see her, it's gonna be lies. But but it's on
Exactly.
accident, it's because I don't remember properly.
Exactly. And
But
that's on me.
lucky for Rudy's, I heard it today. And the thing with the object permanence and tasks and being excited for things is you can't be excited for things before they happen. You just can't. Like
No.
excitement is not an emotion that occurs when you can't remember the tangible feeling of being in the moment.
And I have a
And
major problem with that, with like not being able to remember a feeling, even if I remember the details of the moment.
you're worried about the moment being good, so you're so worried about it being a good time that you can't
Yeah.
even think about how it will be a good time, if that makes sense.
And I think this is like a very relatable topic because even right now, I'm getting ready for my little sister's wedding, which, like, truly, I know, like we're saying, I know on that day, like, it may be the best day of my life because the thing is, as the bride, as much as you want to be in the moment,
You
there
won't.
is so much going on. Like, there are going to be moments when you leave, you know?
there
Like, there just are.
there's
But
no medical professional that's going to help you cope with your wedding
no,
day. Like your
but
wedding day
as
just
the maid
happens
of
to
honor,
you.
Lauren, before I got married, I have such a thing with like speaking in front of a crowd. Like that's been an ongoing theme of my life. For months, I spoke to my therapist about like I don't think I
What
can
should I
marry this
do?
man I love in front of people, you know?
Yeah, it's the in front of people. And like you said, you literally leave. Like it's your wedding. You did all the planning, and then your photographer's like, "Let me just grab you for a second." And
Yeah.
then you
Like where
okay?
am I? Where am I?
You're like, "Did I hug my aunt? I don't know."
It's a lot, and I feel like as like the maid of honor, because I refuse to use the word matron, like ew, I'm the maid of honor, don't you even dare. And
Yeah.
I feel like I just my biggest advice to her is like, and I think people said this to me before my wedding day, but I don't think you can hear it enough, is to like step back and look at it every once in a while and try to remember those things because it's really a special time, but it's also so overwhelming, and I think
Yes.
that that's something we don't talk about enough, you know?
No. And as a longtime people pleaser, it took me a lot to be like, I am gonna take little moments with my husband because that's who helped me organize being married, my husband. And
He signed the line to mine.
I'm gonna step back and enjoy our wedding and like we're gonna have like little moments together and like or I wanted to have like organic moments. I did not want to be like a table hopper, like just saying hi and thank
Shaking
you.
hands for an hour and a half.
And I know the boomers don't like that. They don't like that at all. They
They
don't
also
like
don't like that we don't make our kids open their presents in front of them at birthday parties.
they
Guess
also
what?
they
We
also
paid
don't
hundreds of dollars to be at this smelly park,
yeah,
trampoline park.
they don't love how punctual my thank you cards are, like
They don't love that
but
I mainly don't send out thank you cards, even though
but
I'm thankful.
I'm so thankful and I'm grateful and I'm blessed,
I
okay?
said thank you in the moment. Why do I have to write it down too?
Put it over my kitchen window?
Text
But
me.
I do feel like there is this part that's so beautiful about being like the maid of honor or my role.
This is established today as well. A very good role.
The assistant maid of honor, the maid of honor to the maid of honor, like the maid
She's
of
my
honor's bestie. Just
literally the assistant to the assistant manager is
just
Lauren's role.
Dwight Schrute. I'm actually growing beets. I'm literally growing beets, Stephanie, outside in
If
my
you
urban
come with
garden.
a slicked back center part, there will be signs.
My husband never says anything about the way I look. Like I have literally been 700 different people with that man and he's just
At
like, he's
least.
like, you look cute. But there's one there's one thing. I can never get feedback on whether he or not he likes my newest persona. But the one thing he gives me feedback on is he's like, "Oh, the middle part is back." And I'm like, "I love it. I love
He's
looking
brought
like
this up in
Dwight."
front of me before. He said something, he's like, "You two won't let go of it." And I'm like, "It took me so long." I don't think the men understand this. There's so much the men don't understand, but one thing they don't understand is that as a millennial, we have been through a hair journeys. We have
Yes.
had poofs. We have had thick ass chunky highlights. We have had black hair. We have had green hair. We have had every single style
So,
of hair imaginable. And like for me to go from that beloved side part that I held on to for the better part of a decade, I would imagine more, the side part evolved. It got closer to the center. And one day I said, I used to fear looking at myself with an accidental center part when I was like a teenager.
oh yeah, the
I
first
was
thing I
terrified.
did, I got a comb right when I got out of the shower and I made like a heavy side part right when I got out of the shower. Like how dare my hair try to do what it wanted? No. I think it's
Not
gonna
up in
hurt for a little
here.
bit
Not
probably.
up in here. Because we went from like, one of those to, we've migrated.
And the fact of the matter is that, women helped women helped white men, travel across. Sacagawea helped the men in this
She's
here
role
hairdo.
playing. She's literally
No, that honestly feels culturally insensitive. But the real fact is that the side part, it's late, guys. I'm trying my best.
it's
The
so
side
late.
part is not the side bang is what I prefer. I think I look like a cute little emo BB in it, but it's
Of
not
course.
functional in my
It's
age
not.
and condition. You have no
It's not.
peripheral vision, right?
That's the
You
thing. I
can't see
can't have a
anything.
I can't have a blind side
Yeah,
as
I
a
have kids.
mother.
We can have a blind spot with a side
Listen,
bang.
Penny, this is to survive out here with these
And the part
centralized flaps.
like I said, the part literally hurts and I am a sensory girl, okay? So if I can
Yes.
feel that's a real
If I
thing
can
cuz
feel my hair, the day is
honestly,
ruined.
that's why I am rocking this signature braid,
But
like
I can't
Pocahontas would want
feel
me to
I can't
because
feel hair behind my ear for too long, or
yeah.
I
Well,
have, like, a real problem.
so if I go into a claw clip, right? And then I go out of the claw clip and then I try
Yeah.
to put it back in and it's not exactly where my hair was before, I freak out. And I don't even know if that's relatable or
You
clinical,
know,
but
when you move your part, but it's been in one spot for so long and you try to move it and it hurts and you're like, "Oh, no, it's hair washing day." You know?
yeah, or you're
When
like,
it hurts.
this is the style now. You're like, it's almost zigzag,
But there
it's
was a time when
uneven.
I could only flip to one side and one side only, and we have grown here to this symmetrical part, and we shall live here
And
as long as we want.
I don't even know how we got from you being a maid of honor to me being
So I'm
Sacagawea.
gonna
But here
have
we
a
are.
center part for my little sister's wedding. And honestly, I'll even give you more behind the scenes right now. So this today is actually, is it Wednesday? Right now as we're recording, and my
I don't
sister's
know.
wedding is Saturday. So
Don't
like
ask me hard questions.
it's literally it is coming. My older sister is flying in currently to come to my house. So I've been doing that thing where you just sweeping over here, wiping over there, just putting out fires and creating new
Yeah,
fires.
getting nothing really done,
Not much done.
but doing
Picking up a
everything.
Target order, and then Swiffering again. That's been my day. But I don't know. I think I was just like, well, if I'm not gonna Swiffer this floor again, I might as well just ramble here on this microphone.
And here we are. Here we are.
Have you been watching any more of your show or anything? I've watched nothing.
I watched a little bit of my show, but today I'm here to bring you a piece that I saw two medical professionals today, okay? Two practitioners.
At
Like
work?
I said, one of them was no, like I paid the copays,
Oh,
I was
a civilian
I was on
moment.
the receiving end of the care.
She was
It
a
was my day
civilian.
off. I planned my appointment. This is one thing, sidebar, that I don't understand about normal people with normal jobs. When do you guys go to appointments? Because I
We
have
don't.
weekdays off that like I am chock block full. Like I literally left my daughter's pediatric appointment and then had a televisit in the parking lot. Like it was for myself. Like it was just like boom,
You
boom.
don't,
Like
Lauren. That's why I didn't have a physical for 6 years. You
and that's
can't find the
healthcare.
time. That's
Yeah.
healthcare, and that's
So
work-life balance.
so I saw two practitioners today as a patient and a patient parent. And
Ah,
I'm about to risk sounding sexist and ageist. This isn't my most politically correct episode, but
and she's
this
calling
is new
herself
America.
Sacagawea.
This is new America. I can say whatever I want.
It's literally 11:30 p.m. We can say whatever we want.
It's 11:30 p.m. in Trump's
This is
America.
in
Like,
Trump's America.
what do you want from me? I'm trying my
What's the
best,
worst we're
okay?
gonna do here today? Really?
So there were two common
Say
denominators of
it.
these people, okay?
Okay.
They were young millennials and they were women with children. All right, both of them. What am I, God's favorite?
Literally.
I have to say that those visits that I went to on a summer vacation Wednesday with my children were enjoyable, validating, and productive.
Wow.
A trifecta.
Wow.
Like,
For the girlies.
okay, and I am not saying that this is directly related to them being women that have kids and are young. But I am saying that my 3-year-old from the back seat was yelling at my psychiatrist to say hi to her.
And she will.
And you know what she
She's gonna
did?
validate that little girl.
She said, "Turn the camera and let me say hi to her."
I threw your daughter to pivot quickly. I threw your daughter on such a loop because I am right now spying on Lauren. I'm spying on Lauren at her theater because listen, the thing about us is we're going to shop around. We're going to look around. We're going to explore. We're not tied to anybody or anything except each other in this life. So, Lauren's, or Lennon's, I should say, theater group is doing a Wicked camp. So, obviously, you know,
Hard yes from
it was a
everyone.
hard yes. But the exciting thing is it's kind of like the feeling of like, when I went to your workplace and visited you? It's kind of like that, like, I feel like
It's just like that.
I'm visiting, like, a scene in your plot, like, this is a regular occurring location, so, like, you obviously have talked about it to me and, when you hear something, you picture something in your mind, but I am now in there, like, I am creeping around your stomping grounds
Yeah.
right now,
It's like
sniffing
when
around.
it's like when your friend that went to a different school, when you had, like, a volleyball game there, or you had, like, a sporting event, and you went and watched it, and you're like, "Oh, this is your
I'm
gymnasium,
schmoozing with your
okay."
studio owner. But your
And I'm
daughter
not
walks
even
in.
there, I'm
You're
not
not
even
even there.
there.
She's in her other place that I visit her, so I'm there without you, and your daughter comes in with your husband, and, like sorry, still recovering from that bachelorette. Your daughter
Black
looks at
lung.
me, and we are literally besties, like, Lasky and I are not shy with each other. She looked at me in this setting that I am not usually in, like, "What the?" Like, it was a space-time continuum, like,
Well, I think about this a lot with Alaska, because Alaska is definitely like a she's a Donnie,
she groups things.
Neanderthal,
She's
but
like,
she's
"This isn't where I
evolved.
see you."
She's evolved and she knows her settings. Like, she knows who she's usually working in that room. So I
Yeah.
think about that when, like, when it's switched up, when the cast is switched up, like,
I
what
threw her
is
for a
she
little loop.
thinking?
It was a crossover episode. So, like,
Yeah.
obviously she came over to me. She was like, "Stephanie?" And I'm like, "Yes, like, it's literally Stephanie here," you know?
Am I
It
having
was
a
like
lucid
Size the Movie.
dream?
Well, she looked like she may or may not had just woken up, so I think it was really feeling that way for her. But then eventually she warmed up to her normal Lasky self, started asking your husband to do Stitch impressions, and when she donned herself Lilo, she donned you Nani,
Where's the lie?
and
There's
then
so
she
many lies.
freaking came for Lennon so hard and goes, "And that's Scrump. And that's Scrump."
Honestly, I can't even acknowledge her calling Lennon Scrump, because her calling me Nani is the nicest thing she's ever said about me. It's
You
the
can't
nicest
be
thing
mad
she's
at her
ever
right
done for
now.
me.
You can't be mad at her right now for
She
that.
literally mostly will say, "Why are there lines on your forehead?" So
I
so
love
the
that.
fact that she called me Nani, like, hang out with the people that talk good about you when you're not
When you're not
around.
in the room. When
It's
I was at
Lasky.
when I was in your theater waiting room, which was super cozy, by the way, it was a different experience than my theater, because my theater is like you're in a school auditorium for rehearsals.
Yeah,
It's what you'd expect,
yeah.
from for a
And
theater
and
rehearsal.
that
This
one
is
has,
like
like, Earl Grey tea,
it's from like the 21st century. Mine is like what you see. Well, I guess it's still the 21st century. It's 11:30 p.m. We are not getting our facts straight today,
Doesn't matter what century it is.
But I learned something. So I think I've already said on the pod that Nora started doing golf lessons. That's her latest personality she's trying out. And
Yes.
my husband's in his glory because he loves to golf. My dad loves to golf. I retired my golfing career when I hit my dad in the jaw with that golf club when I was a child. But
She's not even accident prone.
I learned something. I
What'd
learned
you
something in
learn?
your waiting room.
What'd you
Did you
learn?
know that? Because I like the concept of being in a golf cart, having a little something, a little Shirley Temple maybe to sip on, gabbing with my sister,
Yeah.
talking some shit, drawing on some balls like they do on TikTok. Did you know there are social memberships at golf courses where you can buy a membership to literally just gab, to just drive in the golf cart and gab. You don't have to hit the
And
ball,
just, like, go to the bar.
literally.
That's your whole
You could
thing.
you could just cosplay as like a country club skirt wearing girly who doesn't know how to golf, but like you come here for the gossip.
Honestly, I think that aligns with my original life goal of being a basketball wife, because when
I
I was
know
like
so little about you.
when I was like 17, I was like, I don't need to go to college. I'm going to be a basketball wife. It'll be
Stop
fine.
it.
And honestly, I think that my main allure there was that you sit in a chair facing forward and you get to yap with other people and look like semi decent. Like, they're mostly dressed for
You do
comfort
this.
at a basketball game.
They
Yeah,
always
and
do this.
Yeah, but they're wearing, like, velour pants, so, like, I
Yeah,
can get down with that, and, like
Paris
and it really
Hilton.
it's about the bag you put onto the court, you know, it's more about
Absolutely.
that, and
Absolutely.
I feel like I was born to be in a waiting room just yapping, so I guess I could get on
Yapping.
board with doing that on a golf course also, you
Who
know?
knew?
It doesn't
Who
really matter
knew?
the scene for me, I just wanna sit and gap.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, honestly, I could see this for us just gabbing around on a golf cart, making small talk, wearing visors.
I don't wanna wear a visor. I wanna wear a bucket
Ew.
hat.
Okay.
I've really narrowed in on a bucket hat for me. I have a gigantic head. I have, like, an XL head from the day I was born.
Hi,
My
I'm
head
Lauren. I have a big
it's not
head.
even a confession. My head has been this big since
I've never thought that you've had a big head.
if you ask my dad about me being a newborn, he'll tell you one specific story, and back when I was born, they put you in a nursery, you know, I don't know what age group I
Like
don't know if the
Rugrats
were
when
the
they have
Gen
that window.
Zs I don't think they put the Gen Zs in a nursery, I think
No,
they
no,
got put
no.
in their rooms.
Yeah, they got in the rooms, I think.
So we were still in a nursery, and my dad will tell you one thing. He'll tell you he was standing at that glass, and everybody said, "Who had that giant baby?" And I shit you not, Stephanie, my head was this big.
Stop it.
Because I was a 10-pound baby.
I didn't know that
Another
about
fun
you.
fact about me.
Oh my god, your
But
mother.
yeah, and my dad was so proud. He was like, that's
That
my
was my
baby."
baby.
So my head's always been this big, and I've never found a hat that really suits it.
Stop
And I
it.
know a visor won't. I'm not
Stop
even gonna
it.
I've never tried a visor because I know that one thing about having a big head is you don't want some of it sticking out of your hat.
Have you tried the bucket hat yet, or you just have a
I've tried
feeling?
a bucket hat. I love it. I love
So
it so much.
ironically, Lauren, I'm going on vacation the next week, which is why we're doing this friggin' middle of the night episode right now. And I was trying to figure out like who am I as a hat girl? Because like I pretended to be like a baseball girl for my husband, and I got like a very like
We saw it.
demure little green hat, and I was like,
We saw it.
I'm gonna go to these games for my life, I guess. So I might as well have a hat to bring that I like. But
You were
that's
just in
not my
a
beach hat.
you were in a well-organized gift shop
I
stuff. You
was.
were
I literally was like, that's if I have to buy a hat, that's my hat. But now this is different. I don't just want to wear that hat because I have to wear that hat, you know? We're not at Fenway. So I ordered my first bucket hat and I
Oh,
went for like a black denim and I haven't tried it
okay.
on yet, but I just felt like it would be like I don't know what I'm gonna look like I don't want to come out looking like a truffle, and bring too much attention to me with something with a little pizzazz. So I'm starting with a black denim.
10-year-old girls on a playground complimented my bucket hat, so I think I look good in a bucket hat.
What is your go-to? What's your favorite color?
I have like a khaki, I don't know. I think if I had to pick it out of a Temu lineup, it'd probably be called apricot, but it's not. It's like tan, you know.
Yeah,
You
I
know the
know
one.
it. I
And
know it.
it has a little skeleton peace sign
Oh, cute.
right here that's just like embroidered. It's small. It's not as big as my forehead. It's teensy.
When I
And
come back, I'll
that's what
let you
I've been
know.
wearing. And then honestly, I'll do something like this. I'll throw a braid or I'll throw like pigtails if I'm feeling if I'm feeling
Oh.
infantile.
You guys are be like, "Meh."
I'm a baby.
I
Call
can't
me
do braids on
Benson.
me. I never done the braids. I don't know if that I have enough hair for
My
that, for all of that.
Does your husband know how to braid?
I honestly, I think he could do just a three braid, like the regular braid, but he'd probably have to do like elastic, section it off, braid, elastic. I don't think he could even go at it straight from the scalp.
So you know how my kids like show up to a place and they're like, "Dad, do a Stitch impression." They probably get
Literally.
that from me because
She's an
I teach
educator.
and I well actually Kenny taught himself how to braid, but I love him to show off his little tricks. So I'm always like, "Show them that you know how to braid. You do the braid
He's
because you
your
know how to
dancing
braid."
monkey.
He is my
He's your
dancing little
dancing
monkey.
monkey.
I love him. But yeah. But yeah, he can braid. So he has done a braid in my hair. I did this sloppy one 4 minutes before you said we were going to record. And
I'm
it was
proud
only
of
cuz
you.
all of my hair was on my face, which didn't feel appropriate for recording. But with the monkey talk, I have to circle back to a topic that we were talking about the last time. Well, I don't know if we were talking about it. It was getting late and we were bantering.
We thought
But
about it.
we made we made a breakthrough in my off-brand therapy that I have this attraction to to the cat collars at the gas stations, which honestly, another sidebar, nobody had catcalled me for a while, and I was like, "Am I okay?" You
You're
know?
like, "Am I even cute anymore?
Yeah, I'm like, "Am I
Am
hot? Am I too
am I
old to be
pretty or
here?"
not?" You were literally
I
walking by like, "Are you gonna fucking look at me or not?"
And honestly, there's something so, innocent about just being catcalled by the nice old men that hang out at your gas station or the nice young men, you know?
The kind where they don't look like they're gonna follow you to your car, you
It's
know?
I was just gonna say it's the white men that smile at me at Target that I assume you're gonna kidnap me. Like,
I've seen lovely bones,
yeah.
okay?
Like
I know your kind,
we're both dropping off our cart. Read the room. Don't you dare make
literally.
eye
Get
contact
the
with
fuck
me.
away from me.
So so it had been a minute since I had been catcalled, but I was. So put the board back to
So don't
0.
worry, don't worry.
Wipe off the whiteboard.
I don't
Make
even
it
need
back to
words.
0.
At least just look at me, like, just give me a little, "Oh,
I've grown up in this misogynistic,
I'm not perfect."
fueled society that I feel like that's a little bit of validation that I need. I need my millennial
And that's
psychiatrist
why
to
we're
be
still in
nice to
therapy.
me. Yeah, I need my millennial psychiatrist to be nice to me and a young Puerto Rican boy at the gas station to think I'm
Think
hot.
I'm cute.
That's
So
it.
what? So what? Who
Sue
is that
me.
hurting?
Sue me.
Literally, who is that hurting?
Literally no one. I'm
Not one
smiling and I'm
single
safe.
person. Not
you
one
know.
single person. I
So so
I
back
I agree
to
wholeheartedly.
I know you do. So we came up to this revelation that this for me is like from the Aristocats, right? It's
Huh.
that jazz, it's that swanky tabby cat man
Blah,
that,
blah, blah, blah.
swept her off her feet. Swept what was the one with
Mar-
the what was it? Marie? No, Marie
Marie
was
was
the
the
baby.
daughter. Friend, no. I'll find out.
All right. So anyways, it also I would think falls into the box of Oliver and Company, which was one of my personal favorites.
She loves
Dirty
this
Jazz
scrappy little
Cats.
cat.
I love
Duchess. Duchess.
Duchess.
Of
I
course it
just
was
want to be
Duchess.
somebody's Duchess, you
She has a
know?
long cigarette, one of those holders, in a long robe, a real long robe.
If Kenny and I are at your sister's wedding in cat costumes, no, it's a kink.
You guys do on your one date night a year is your business.
If we're wearing what Taylor Swift was wearing in that weird Cats movie, no, it's a
That's the
kink.
one thing I won't that's the one thing I won't support Taylor in.
If
Literally
I'm
that one thing.
smoking a Virginia Slim at your sister's wedding, don't call the cops.
With a really strong cat eye and a red lip, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you
I'm
live.
like, I'm like, I had a medication change, Stephanie. Leave me alone. Let me live. Yeah, so
I
and
will.
and I have a little French accent. But yeah, so
You're purring at people when you shake their hand.
I have to do some late night Amazon
One of those
overnighting for
one of
this.
those beauty marks penciled in, like Marilyn. You
I'm
have
like,
to now.
yes.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed if you don't.
That's where it's heading. But I have a theory for you. I feel like you were probably really into that jockey boy on the Goofy movie.
Oh my god, I'm actually
Remember
hot
the
take.
sweet one at the coffee shop?
I remember the cheese from that movie on the pizza, and that's it. And that's it. But
All right.
probably, I love a goofy guy.
But
I love a goofy guy.
who would you list as your vintage Disney?
Kovu.
Well, yeah, you did say you have an attraction to Kovu.
I sure do.
And honestly, now you can file in young Mufasa. Yeah, young Mufasa and Kovu
Young
are
Mufasa.
basically the same character.
You know who else? That live action Triton.
I love
You
that.
were wondering.
And honestly, live action Snow White, she's hot.
I
Nobody
I haven't had the pleasure.
I rented it for $30, then it came out for free the next day.
The next day, I texted Lauren. I couldn't even hold
Capitalism.
it in. I was like, they got you.
You know, first they sell Paramount,
But
then they fucking do that to me.
are you sharing with
But
the class that you were seen, that you were caught red-handed by your therapist? That you were exposed?
for what?
She saw through you. She saw you.
Nobody was gonna talk about that. I had enough of that.
I thought you were leading into that before. We'll talk about that another time.
No, but I was. I mean, I couldn't gaslight. Yeah, I guess we'll circle back around to the fact that these young,
I thought that's where
beautiful,
you were walking.
brilliant mothers. No, I just felt like I just wanted to bring up that it was a good medical experience because there's not
Well,
many of those, you know?
honestly, what I will say with tricking your therapist, I think this is a conversation that maybe just Lauren and I have, I don't know, but we always say it's like there's this fine line between you wanting your therapist to think that you're hilarious and also being able to see through your bullshit and diagnose you. And it's a fine. I'm like, how dare you not laugh at my joke?
The common denominator, Rudy's, is I want everyone to like me, okay?
The gas station
Everyone.
in therapy on Disney Channel.
Literally everyone.
Everybody.
Like
We're really unpacking a lot tonight.
pan to me on Saturday night being like, this is our night, Steph, but like me getting caught up in conversation with one of your aunts and just not talking to you at all, you know, because I want them to like me too.
Exactly.
But it is a thing.
Or
It
it's
is
gonna
a
have you
thing.
locked
Oh,
up.
I know. I'm busy. I can't talk to you.
Like, is Lauren coming to Punta Cana? I'm like, no.
I'm like, bitch, book me a seat. You got a pull-out couch?
She's like, I have space.
She treats me like I'm her rich single aunt. I'm like, I'm none of those
Literally.
things. I'm just
Literally.
funsies. But at least I'm fun enough for that. At least I can trick her enough to think I'm all those things.
Exactly.
But yeah, on tricking your therapist, when they are brilliant young women, you know, well-rounded career mothers, they seem to see through your bullshit. And I think
You're like, did I go the wrong route?
I'm like, you're really on the nose,
Really good at your
you know?
job.
And anytime you can have your psychiatrist be like, yeah, I just feel like the vibe. Like, when she's saying that at you, you're like, oh, you understand that me doing my laundry doesn't mean that I'm not anxious, you know?
Exactly.
I literally, the first thing I said to her, I was like, I got all my laundry done. And she was like, whoop-de-doo. How are your intrusive thoughts? And I was like, she's a
That's
professional.
rude.
I was like, you're good at
Rude
this.
and
You're good at
honest.
this.
And honest. You didn't even laugh so soon, so quickly.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
making
like,
me
I
work.
had a laundry joke up my sleeve, you know? I had material. God.
I once had a therapist read back to me his evaluation of my physical presentation the first time meeting him when I was
No.
coming out of a
Skip.
pretty. It's like, oh,
Left swipe.
oh. It's like,
Left
okay,
swipe. But that was the
please.
one thing that I have to say that like I
Didn't
haven't
ask,
tricked everyone. I'm not a magician. I'm not David Blaine,
but
but
some of them.
I'm pretty good at it.
But I got some of ya.
Like I'm not Lisa in Girl Interrupted, but
No,
I'm better than the other one. What was her
you're not
name?
Daisy.
I'm not Daisy. I'm sharper than Daisy. You know?
Poor Daisy.
I'm a little more street smart than that. So it was
Mhm.
obviously very like jarring, like, okay, we get it. You think I'm more anxious than I think, you know,
Or that
but
I'm
at the
willing to
same
admit to you.
but at the same time it was validating and like a little scary because we always say as newer best friends, like we are discovering ourselves at a later age in friendship and just like in general because we were our people pleasers and it took so long for us to break out of shells
Yeah.
and it's just like you've gotten to this point you don't want to digress. So when she kind of called me on that, I was like, okay, is this what an actual breakthrough is like?
Not the one where I just cry a little.
Is this an authentic breakthrough?
I hear you. I see you, actually.
Or is it, you know, or when where I say it is and I cry and then we move on, you know? So
Exactly.
I really, like, felt as though it was great to have this shift, but also a little scary that I'm like, "Okay, I'm a mom, and, like, now you're gonna change things in my plan of care." Like, I don't
Uh,
like that.
I
I wanna coast, but I want everything to stay the same and
but get a
change
little better.
completely simultaneously.
Exactly.
Make it
I get
happen.
but I feel like it's good for us to say that, like, because I feel like therapy is, like, obviously now it's much more talked about than it ever was before, and it's popular, like, it's a popular topic of conversation, I think, even between individuals that don't go to therapy, like, I think everybody's kind of into the topic, because it's
Yes.
so relatable, everybody has things going on in their life, but I think it's good to shed a little light on, like, it's not easy, even if you wanna be there to, like, to unpack if you don't feel like taking those things out of the bag. Because there's so many times where I'm just like,
Thing, I'm a medical professional. I talk the talk. I offer people services. I help people,
"I'm
kind of
fine."
make those realizations, and like I know the strategies and the avenues, and I will be up in an appointment like everything's good. I've made progress,
I'm good.
because you're not always willing to like get to the next layer, or if it just feels like you're nowhere near it, sometimes the energy to get there, it just doesn't feel like, I don't know, worth it to me, I guess. But for
100%.
somebody to kind of just like see that in me and be like, hey. And then the other thing that was said
Yes.
to me by a medical professional today is that this might just be a season of your life. Like this might just be, Lauren with the 5-year age gap and a school age child and a toddler and
Exactly.
a busy time of your life, and you might outgrow this. So I'm like, "Oh, so you're not going to put generalized or chronic
Yeah.
or idiopathic. You don't want an
Situational.
you don't want a medical adjective."
Anticipatory.
And I loved that because for me, it felt like, okay, so I should just keep having these open conversations because it is
Yeah.
going to evolve, and it's not
See where I'm at.
that's not groundbreaking, not at all.
No. But
But
for yourself, sometimes it is, like, to see that in yourself, not just, like, as a general concept.
and I was gonna say, it holds myself back personally from putting this whole scenario in a box and saying,
Yes.
okay, well, now I'm somebody different and now
I'm
everything's
this now.
changing. And now I have to follow through with this plan of care. Like I've got something hanging out on my brain that I have to look at every once in a
Just
while,
chilling.
I'm like, now I'm gonna change meds and appointments, and like it feels scary when you have an autopilot okay, like,
Yeah.
and what a privilege to have an autopilot okay,
Right.
because you have your deep ends. But when you're coasting and something just still doesn't feel right, I feel like it was a good day to be like, "Hey, something still
Yeah.
isn't right." And her be like, "Yeah, bitch, you're right."
You're right. You're right.
You're actually
I
so
totally get
wrong that
that.
you're right, because I was
I
like,
get that completely.
do you think it's just a tincture of time,
Just
And she
maybe a
was like,
little
probably not,
just a
like,
little off.
you think we just wait 2 more weeks? I'm used to hearing that in a doctor's
Exactly.
office.
Well, I feel like that's so common, like, there's this whole thing of just, like, pushing things off onto somebody else, and, like, it's at least in my experience, it's kind of rare to find somebody who wants to be proactive and who wants to face things head on because it's like they could just easily be like, "Well, I'll see you in a month." And like, what are you going to say? You can say no. I'm not done, but like that's hard to say. So, with someone being on your side and fighting for you with you, even if it feels kind of awkward, like it's a good thing.
And, pan to the other powerful girl boss that I saw that day, who it wasn't mental health care, but
Boss
it
babe.
helped the boss babe and the fig scrubs at the pediatrician, who
Yes.
looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You know what is important? Peace of mind." And I was like,
You're
I
like, was
put
I
my
trying to
hand
downplay my needs again? Oh me, oh my.
I'm like, "I am not trying to make out with you, I promise."
But if I do,
But that was hot, you know?
that was listen. I saw an
I was like,
eighty-something-year-old man plow a tree out of the road, and I was like, "Luke, is that a little hot?" You know?
I'm like, you know how many times people have gaslit me and told me that my kids are gonna grow out of shit and that I'm delusional, and you're over here like, you know what? If you, the mother, say that that's important to you, then that's important to you. Here's a referral. Like that to me was obviously once again another avenue that I have to go down, that you want to put yourself in that little
Mhm.
mental box again and be like, "Oh my gosh, now we have to go see another specialist and we have to drive
And
to the
fit that
city
into the schedule.
and we have to fit that into the schedule, and what if it is something bigger and my mom intuition is right, and what if it is small
That's
and
my
we're doing all this for nothing and blah blah blah." And then I took a step back and I was like, "But what a validating
But what if
moment."
I didn't? What am I gonna even gain from this if I don't?
And I just got what I needed in a situation, and now I can grow from it. And yeah, like you said, it was a little uncomfortable in the moment to have
Yes,
to push forward and kind of break through that barrier. But like what a release shoulder feeling to get that and move forward from it, even though in the
100%.
moment you want to just be like, this is too much,
I don't really feel
so
like doing this.
yeah.
Just
You're like,
hands baby to the
you know what
professionals.
I
Do
said?
it.
You're like, I wanna go back to being like, "We're okay.
Yeah,
Everybody's
I think
okay."
we'll see you next in a couple months,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm like, "You want to see me in a couple weeks too?"
I get
Everybody's
that.
obsessed with me.
I feel that
But
way very deeply, and I think you and I have had very different but also overlapping paths with, like, just medical things and having to see specialists for children and things of that nature, and it's definitely something in motherhood that, like, you know that you'll do anything for your child, but it doesn't mean it's not hard, it doesn't mean it's not a
no.
challenge to get yourself to do it sometimes.
And
You do it,
and
but it's like, "I did it."
And as put so eloquently by my psych practitioner, like this is a hectic season of life, for anyone. For anyone.
Yeah.
Me and you are currently planning a play date for our children in 3 weeks because that's physically when we'll be available for each
I
other.
just want our kids to see each other before Christmas.
We're recording a midnight pod in the hopes that the Rudies don't abandon us for how long we have to ghost them.
Yeah,
Hold on,
exactly.
Rudies. We're coming back. We have
We
exciting things, we
are.
promise.
Yeah, we're
Um,
gonna come back.
but but when you try to work in like you're obviously at home at night all the time. Like I'm always like, what can I do? What can I say to the doctor? What can I do? And then now you're like, holy shit, we gotta go to a doctor's appointment.
All because I opened my big mouth.
All because I said some fucking shit.
All because I spoke some truth.
Now I need a bi-weekly follow-up. Like that's crazy. Like so I just feel like now moving forward, you just take it one step at a time, you take it tangibly, and you remind yourself that this is what you fought for. Like I feel like
Exactly.
we every once in a while we reference that god awful meme that's like, and in 5 years you what is it?
I was just thinking the one step at a time sound of the heels going down.
It's like
Put it in
once you
Kenny.
start walking, you'll look back and you'll see your footprints in the sand
The
or
life you were
whatever
always wanting to live was the life that you lived the whole time, you dumb bitch.
or whatever your aunt shared on Facebook, But like, yeah,
Bars.
like 5 years ago, you, or even 2 months ago, you, when she wanted answers and was feeling really low, would be jealous of you right now. That's on the other side of the copay and the televisit Zoom call where there's weird lag. And she was like, she at one point was like, you're pretty good at televisits. And I was like, don't fucking tell this woman
Don't
that you
tell
have a podcast right now. Like that's
don't do it.
you're already
Don't do it.
naked, Lauren.
You're already literally standing there naked.
What
Don't
am I
turn
gonna do?
around.
A cavity check? I'm all set. I'm all fucking set.
But when you open
Like
that
I'm like
can, you're like, "I should
aggressive.
tell you more."
I'm like aggressively hanging up. I'm like, bye. Love you. Bye.
That's
I'd,
actually one of my fears of saying I love you at the end of an appointment by accident.
today, I'd rather accidentally have told that woman that I loved her than told her I had a podcast.
Would you rather? I love you. I love you
I
so
love
much.
you. But I have to say, with the time going by so quickly and violently, It still feels like it's the dead of winter. I'm under a heated blanket right now
I am
in July.
sweating. I am
So I was
sweating.
just gonna say, I'm not sure if it's on me or if it's late stage Earth or if it's
That
or
late stage Earth again.
you
It's
know,
always
where Mother Nature seems to be evicting us quickly.
feel like it's late stage Earth because did you hear they're making Chuck E. Cheeses for adults that no one asked for?
Yeah, I'm like, I knew this whole card system. I knew the subscription culture was going somewhere, Chucky. Soon I'm gonna be able to affirm my fucking
You
Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
sell beer at regular Chuck E. Cheese. Why do we need another one? It
I know.
doesn't
You know
make
what I do
sense.
need? I need solar powered heated blankets for the apocalypse.
I just want
And
to stay warm.
solar powered massage pads,
When the
cuz that's
world
what I'm
ends, I
in
really
right
want
now.
solar powered heated massage pads because I get really bad cramps. And just because the world's ending doesn't mean my cramps are going to be any better.
I'm not going to be at a damn adult Chuck E. Cheese, Donnie, like he's probably has his hands in the adult Chuck E. Cheeses.
Honestly, I could see Chucky getting himself into bed with Donnie. They seem like two that run in the same crew.
And the wolf, Wiley. They probably
Hon-
extorted Wiley. Like Wiley probably didn't. The Great
Why do I
Wolf.
feel like you're into Wiley?
I probably am.
Why do
Like
I feel like you're into Wiley? F Mary
F Mary
Kill,
Kill, Wiley
Chucky.
Donnie.
Don't bring Donnie into this. Kill. I'm
He's an easy
sorry.
kill. Well, I don't want to fucking do anything with the Build-A-Bear. That feels
No, no, there's another
creepy.
one. There's another one. Who's the other one? The mouse, the rat. Oh,
Oh,
Mickey.
Mickey himself.
That voice though might make me kill him.
My husband does a great Mickey Mouse impression, and I fucking hate it. I'm like,
Like
honestly,
literally stop.
I'm like, go rob a convenience store. I am losing all of
I
my
can't.
I'm losing
I
all of my turn on. I'm off. I'm
literally
all the way off.
I'm on sleep mode. I'm on sleep mode. So I guess there's Mickey, the rat Chucky, and the wolf.
But I'm
F
gonna
the
marry
wolf.
Mickey. I'm
F
gonna
the
marry
wolf.
F the
I
wolf.
mean,
Yeah. See, you're into
Mary
Wiley too.
Mickey has like really good real estate. He has a really good job. He has family money. Like there's no way you don't marry Mickey, but you don't F Mickey, you F the wolf.
Yeah, and Chucky has chlamydia. So you kill him. You know,
Chucky's trash.
he's gonna get
Chucky's
you
trash.
pregnant. He's gonna get you pregnant and then
And he's
badmouth you
not
on the
gonna pay
internet.
and he's not gonna pay child support. I know that
No.
about him. Nickels and dimes.
And he's like gonna send his sister to fight you after you have the baby.
He's gonna
That's
take his
literally
kids.
Chucky.
He's gonna take his kids every other Easter and ask for a Venmo for like dinner for them.
And then he's gonna make the profile picture the picture of them while he still has them. Like that's him. That's Chucky. I hate him so much.
Venmo requesting you.
I want to kill him Earl style just for fun, honestly. Outside of F Mary Kill.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. I don't know what else I could possibly say right now.
Honestly, that's all that needs to be said.
all
And
that
I'm glad that we got together for this.
I'd F any of them over Donnie.
Honestly, I would hire them
on
all.
the record.
I'd hire them all as hitmen to kill Donnie. And
I would
like you
listen.
said, I would marry Mickey too, and Mickey would have Donnie killed for me, and he wouldn't even make me think about it.
Mickey
He
does
wouldn't.
seem like the type that although he has that like proper like look, like he knows some people that know some people, like he can get the job done.
Marrying Mickey would be essentially like being a basketball wife. It would be equivalent.
It's either one or the other right now.
It's my new life dream. It's my new happily ever
5
after.
years from us now, we'll be doing just that.
It's my 5-year plan.
That's it. That's the episode.